Okay, welcome back. Now we're going to jump into one of the projects and how you can create projects in DaVinci Resolve. Okay, so we're going to jump right into my screen and get started with it. Perfect. Now we are here on my desktop screen. I'm going to open my Spotlight search and search for DaVinci Resolve. And now it's installed, of course. So you can see it. And now it's opening. Okay, it's opening on my second screen. So let it buffer, then I can move it. So DaVinci Resolve is primarily, a very simple installation. Okay, it's pretty straightforward as well, and yeah, you can do quite a lot of things. Okay, I haven't really done much over here on this laptop, so I'm gonna, do a fresh start. Now, once you reach this screen, okay, you can see all your projects which are over here. Okay, the good thing is you can also do a network-based, sharing of the projects, which is amazing if you're working in a team. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on a new project. Okay, I'm gonna say, Da Vinci course and create. Okay, now it opened on my second screen, so let me move it here. Perfect. Now, don't get overwhelmed by the buttons that you see over here. I know there are a lot of buttons over here, which can be quite challenging for a lot of people, but trust me, it's not that hard. It's actually pretty easy. This is the easiest software you could learn in video editing. Let me actually open Premiere Pro and show you how does that look. Okay, and let me also open Final Cut Pro as well and show you how that look. I mean, Final Cut Pro is fairly easy and it looks quite easy as well. But with Premiere Pro, I can guarantee you it's not the easiest one. It's actually like, quite intense, I feel. Okay, let me actually show you those as well. So if you are new here, so this is from our project, one of the recent clients that we're working with. So, you can see that things are pretty much similar to DaVinci Resolve. Okay, the color grading and everything. The controls are also very similar. Although when you jump into like much more detailed consoles, like let's say, color grading consoles like this one, then you might feel a little, overwhelmed, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, and then if you see Premiere Pro, okay, I think that would be a much more intense, heavyweight lifting software. Let me actually minimize this and show you. So you see Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro is quite a huge amount of details. It's quite intense as well. And that makes it very difficult for a lot of people to get into. That's why DaVinci Resolve is perfect for getting started. Okay. Now, one of the few important things that we are going to understand is the interface. Okay. Now, a lot of people might get confused, and might get, overwhelmed by this interface, but it's pretty straightforward. All you need to do is you need to look on these areas. Okay. If you see, you have a button over here, which is for media. Okay. You can see by the icon, of course, it says like a scenery picture or like a folder. It's for the media. Then you have the second one, which is for the cut. Okay, this is specifically for cutting and trimming specific clips. Okay, when you're working on a project or a huge video, okay, you go to this one, which is an edit. Okay, where you put all your videos, where you put all the things, and you start assembling them. Okay. Then you have the effects control or the fusion. Okay, fusion is basically for adding node-based controls. Okay, effects, animations and things like that. Okay, and then you have the color grading one. Of course, color grading is quite important in DaVinci. So they have taken it very seriously as well. So which is quite impressive actually. Again, another thing that you do is you have this one, which is Fairlight. Fairlight is basically for audio editing. Okay, you can do quite a complex amount of audio effects over here, and quite an extensive one actually, which are there only on the high-end audio editing software. And then finally, once you're done with all these things, you can export it with this button, okay, which is an export button where you can set your settings, where you can set everything and, all that stuff. Initially, if you were working with a traditional software like Premiere Pro, you have to do this in different software. All of these things were done in a different software. For color grading, you can possibly use Premiere Pro, but for the effects, you would use After Effects. For music, you would use Adobe Audition, and it was quite complex. But now over here, you don't really have to do that. Perfect. So now we have understood how do we open our DaVinci Resolve and basic understanding. What we are going to mainly be on is going to be on this. Yeah. So mainly on this. Now, once you're going to understand that, since we are here and, this is our main edit pipeline, we're going to work over here and we're going to make things over here as well. Okay. Now, once I think a better way of doing this would be that, I import a project and then we start working on it. But I hope you understood until here. Now we are going to jump into the fact that, we are going to add a video clip. Okay. And you can download the video clip in from the description as well. And we are going to work on that video clip. Okay. So I'll see you there.